Stevie J has just been arrested. Yes, you heard that right, and Lil Scrappy. He's reportedly been rushed to the hospital after an explosive backstage brawl that left the love and hip-hop world in absolute shambles. What started as a petty argument turned into a full-blown war with fists flying, wigs snatched, and reputations burned to ash. Is this the moment reality TV finally cannibalized itself? Or are we witnessing the most calculated takedown in hip-hop drama history? Sources say blood was spilled, both literally and metaphorically. What exactly did Stevie J say that pushed Scrappy over the edge? Was this revenge for years of reality TV manipulation? Or was someone trying to silence secrets that were never meant to get out? Cameras were rolling, security was scrambling, and someone definitely left in cuffs. But who really started it? And who's going down for it? This isn't just a fight. It's a full-blown implosion of egos, alliances, and dirty secrets that were hiding in plain sight. Strap in, because what's coming next might just be the end of Stevie J's career. Or the beginning of Scrappy's final downfall. You won't believe what happened just minutes before the chaos erupted. Let's get into it. So, how did we get here? How did one of hip-hop's most chaotic father figures end up in cuffs while Lil Scrappy's night ended with flashing ambulance lights instead of studio lights? It all started hours before the blood hit the floor backstage at what was supposed to be a peace summit of sorts. Yes, someone actually thought putting Stevie J and Scrappy in the same dressing room unsupervised was a good idea. But this wasn't just any event. It was Mona Scott's Redemption Reunion Special, where former enemies were supposed to squash the beef. Spoiler alert, they did not squash anything, except maybe a few ribs and somebody's self-respect, according to multiple anonymous sources. And by anonymous, we mean definitely someone's cousin who saw the whole thing while holding a wig, and two phone tensions were already boiling before either man arrived. Stevie J, ever the puppet master of petty, had apparently been telling producers all week that Scrappy was soft, washed up, and still crying over Bambi. You know, Stevie, he doesn't throw shade, he launches hurricanes. Scrappy, on the other hand, had come with one goal: to expose Stevie J's alleged role in leaking those now infamous DMs between Bambi and one of Scrappy's rap rivals. Oh yeah, that mess is still haunting everyone involved. The energy backstage was thick like tension you could cut with a lace front hand when Stevie J strutted in with that smug smirk and sunglasses he never takes off. Scrappy reportedly said, and I quote, "Take them fake $1 shades off and look me in the eye, bro." Few awkward seconds passed. Someone in the back whispered, "Oh nah, they really about to fight." And just like that, all hell broke loose. Drinks were thrown, security was caught off guard, and according to one crew member, it felt like the Bet Hip Hop Awards collided with an episode of WWE Raw. Stevie allegedly started it by calling Scrappy a washed-up husband with no bars and no wife. And that, apparently, was the moment Scrappy blacked out. One punch turned into four. Camera equipment got smashed. Mona Scott was allegedly seen ducking behind a stack of lighting cases, screaming, "Not again, not this season." But the most shocking part? Stevie J didn't just fight back, he came ready. One security guard claimed Stevie had brass knuckles in his coat pocket and shouted, "I told y'all I'm the king of this show," before swinging wildly at Scrappy's face. By the time the chaos was momentarily broken up, Scrappy was bleeding, Stevie was still yelling. Someone had already called the cops. But the drama didn't end, they're not even close. Because what happened after the police arrived turned this fight from just another love and hip-hop meltdown into a full-blown national scandal. Stevie J didn't just get cuffed, he requested to speak to detectives, and what he told them. That's where things get twisted, because when Stevie J opened his mouth at the police station, the story flipped faster than a reality TV contract. According to an insider close to the precinct, and yes, we mean the janitor who overheard everything while mopping up Gatorade and blood, Stevie didn't just spill tea, he poured the whole pot. He claimed the fight wasn't random. No, he insisted that Scrappy attacked him to silence what he was about to reveal. A secret so dangerous could allegedly shut down the entire Love and Hip Hop franchise. Now that's not a confession. That's a threat. Officers reportedly froze. They weren't expecting that. One detective allegedly muttered, "What is this? A Netflix documentary?" But Stevie wasn't done. He said he had evidence. Real, tangible, jaw-dropping receipts, bank transfers, burner phones. Even audio files proving that Scrappy and another cast member had been funneling cash through a shell company set up in Scrappy's cousin's name to fund off-the-books appearance fees. During production blackouts, translation, they were allegedly getting paid under the table to manufacture on-screen drama that was never approved by producers. Now, look, we all know Love and Hip Hop thrives on chaos. But apparently, there's chaos. And then there's federal chaos. If Stevie's claims are even partially true, it means Scrappy and company might have violated network contracts, tax laws, and multiple non-disclosure agreements. And the kicker, according to another unverified but somehow extremely convincing source from within the show's production team, Mona Scott knew, or at least suspected, which might explain why she was reportedly seen whispering into a burner phone moments after the brawl, muttering, "Shut it down. Shut it all down." Meanwhile, Scrappy wasn't doing much talking at the hospital. Paramedics rushed him in with facial injuries, a sprained wrist, and according to one nurse, a whole lot of regret. One of Scrappy's alleged last words before slipping into mild sedation was, "I shouldn't have trusted her." Her? Who is her? That cryptic whisper alone set social media ablaze. Was he talking about Bambi Mona? Or the newly rumored cast member named Sierra Love, who was reportedly seen creeping out of Stevie J's trailer the night before? Fans immediately launched their own investigations. TikTok went full FBI mode, and Twitter was on fire. Scrappy just admitted he got played by a producer and his ex. Nah, reality TV has peaked. One user posted, another tweeted, "If this ends with Mona getting indicted, I'm buying popcorn in bulk." And as if that wasn't enough, TMZ published grainy security footage showing the exact moment the first punch was thrown in. Guess what? Stevie J wasn't the aggressor. Yep, the man who spent the last decade instigating. Drama might actually be innocent this time. Or was this all part of a bigger setup? A double cross? A revenge plot long in the making? Because just when everyone thought the smoke was clearing, someone new entered the chat room of this catastrophe, and they brought receipts. No one was ready for enter stage left. Joseline Hernandez, heels clicking, lip gloss popping, and holding a folder thicker than Stevie J's ego. And what's inside? Allegedly, everything. Screenshots, signed contracts, voice memos, even timestamps. Joseline, who's never one to sit quietly in the background, especially when there's chaos to be capitalized on, was reportedly watching. The whole mess unfolds with a glass of champagne and a front row seat. And now, she wants her moment. Scratch that, she wants revenge. According to multiple sources close to the situation, or rather, fans who claim to be close friends with someone who babysits for Mona's assistant, Joseline, had been collecting dirt on Stevie J and Scrappy for years. Why? Because in her words, they both thought they could play me. Fuck. But I'm the one who created this damn circus. And if you thought the circus was already on fire, Joseline just walked in carrying gasoline. Within hours of Stevie's arrest and Scrappy's hospital meltdown, Joseline took to Instagram Live and did not hold back. Her exact words, "Y'all thought I was messy. Baby, I've been quiet, but now I'm cleaning the house." She then waved what appeared to be a printed email from a Love and Hip Hop producer confirming that both Stevie and Scrappy were involved in off-camera payoffs too. Rigged storylines for bonus checks and brand deals. One scene, allegedly filmed in a strip club, was 100% scripted by Scrappy and resold to another network under a fake name. Let that sink in. These grown men were allegedly ghostwriting their own scandals and still getting beat up in the middle of them. But it didn't stop there. Joe's line also claimed she had voice recordings of Mona Scott allegedly threatening to bury any cast member who exposed the truth. In one clip, a voice that sounds suspiciously like Mona allegedly says, "This show makes stars, and if you cross me, I make sure you never shine again." The internet lost its mind. Reddit threads exploded. Reaction videos flooded YouTube, faster than Stevie J running from a child support hearing. Now, let's talk about fallout. Legal teams are reportedly being assembled like it's the Infinity War of reality TV. Scrappy's reps have gone completely silent. Stevie J's lawyers are allegedly prepping a full statement claiming he was attacked, ambushed, and unlawfully detained. And Joe's line, she's now teasing a new docu-series titled Exposing the Empire. Behind the clout, fans are shook. Comment sections have turned into digital battlegrounds. One fan wrote, "I thought this show was fake, but now it's feeling like The Hunger Games with designer belts." Another said, "Mona Scott might be the final boss of Toxic TV. Toxic TV." And as the dust settles over this disaster of backstabs, leaked footage, and shattered faces, one question remains. Who really orchestrated this backstage brawl? Was it an accident of tempers? A producer-fueled setup? Or something far more calculated up? Televised implosion designed to distract from an even deeper scandal waiting to be exposed next week. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, it ain't over. So, who's the real villain here, Stevie, Scrappy, or the mastermind pulling all the strings? Drop your wildest theory in the comments because this mess is just getting started. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because the next leak might blow this whole thing wide open.